Welcome. Today we will talk about Jorgen's secret, which most players unfortunately learn too late. In general, Jorgen is still quite useful.
Quite useful. Old man, I am the most powerful hero of whole Dominion.
I am sorry to hurt your feelings, young lad. You are not. But let's not get emotional. Before the introduction of Sebastian, Jorgen was indeed by far the strongest hero. He defined what was working and what wasn't. His first and last abilities really have a devastating effect on the opposing team's energy gain. However, in December 2019, Sebastian entered the game and dethroned Jorgen completely. His ultimate blocks 3 of Jorgen's abilities. And Sebastian's fourth ability ensures that he can use his ultimate very early in the fight. If your target team has Sebastian, you should not use Jorgen. But, in some guild battles and especially in Clash of World battles, there are many teams without Sebastian, because you can only use him in one of your 3 defending teams. So you might still want to invest a little in Jorgen, because in fights without Sebastian he can still be a real game changer, like before 2019. Jorgen also did a great job in the cosmic battles, where Sebastian was banned by the community and Jorgen secured a respectable ranking for me. Also, thanks to Biscuit's purple skill, it is possible these days to create teams that quickly use up Sebastian's protection so that Jorgen can shine again. However, these teams are highly specialized and therefore worth a video of their own. Back to Jorgen. What makes Jorgen especially useful is that he needs only little investment. My Jorgen is below 50k power and I am very happy with him. Also, it seems best not to invest into Jorgen's health glyph as higher health will slow down his energy gain. So what's Jorgen's secret? It's that leveling his third skill has a major disadvantage, especially if you fight with Yasmin. It might still be the right thing for you to level it. But, since leveling it cannot be undone, you should know about the disadvantage first. Jorgen's third skill transfers all physical damage to the hero at the back of the enemy team. To see how this ability might work against your heroes, let's look at a test fight. The Jorgen on the left side has its third ability at level 1, whereas the Jorgen at the right side has maximum ability level. Now the right Jorgen has used his third ability, which creates these bluish threads that connect all the heroes to Martha. Also, notice how Yasmin's damage is redirected to Martha. The key point here is that something is missing, Yasmin's poison on Rufus. The tank on the right got a few purple poison counters. Not so the one on the left. Let's go back a few seconds to when Yasmin uses her ultimate. You can see how the last purple counter disappears before Yasmin hits Rufus. Under normal circumstances, Yasmin should apply her poison several times while using her ultimate ability. Not so this time. All her physical damage is redirected to Martha. For her poison to apply though, she needs to hit her primary target with critical physical damage. This means that the opposing team is immune to new poisons for the duration of Jorgen's third ability, unless Yasmin targets Martha directly. Also, be reminded that Jorgen's third ability has a duration of 10 seconds and a cooldown of 20 seconds. Therefore, Jorgen makes the enemy team immune to Yasmin's poison for half the time. Also, speed-ups can influence the cooldown and make things even worse. In the previous fight, Martha uses her speed-up ultimate at 0.46 seconds. Then the bluish threads of Jorgen's third ability started at 0.43 seconds. Only 13 seconds later Jorgen used his third ability again. This means that the downtime of his third ability was only 3 seconds. Hence, the enemy team was immune to Yasmin's poison almost the whole time from 0.43 till 0.20. That's a whooping 23 seconds of immunity. Remember, this poison immunity granted to the enemy does not come from an enemy ability but from the team's own Jorgen. Your Jorgen makes the enemy immune to your Yasmin's poison. So what's the solution? Don't level Jorgen's third ability. For this, let's look into the previous fight again, but watch the attacking team's Yasmin, for which Jorgen's third ability is at level 1. If you keep Leper at level 1, it will redirect only a tiny portion of Yasmin's damage. You can see Martha getting a little slap every time Yasmin hits Rufus. Most importantly, Yasmin's poison counters increase even while Jorgen's ability is active. You might ask, what if your Leper is above 1 but below the maximum of 110? Don't touch it. In this last fight, the attacking team's Leper is 1 level below the maximum of 110. As you can see, half of Yasmin's damage is directed to Martha and she still applies her poison. The take-home message is, do not level Leper if you want to use it with Yasmin. You should also not level Leper if you prefer to deal damage to the front line instead of the back line. If you actually want to deal damage to the back line, it might be best for you to level Leper. But remember that you cannot undo it. Thanks for watching and please consider subscribing.